everyone, good evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Darrell Winninger from the Central Oregon Daily Weather Center. We're going to do a deep dive into your most reliable forecast. Spoiler alert, we're looking at a whole lot of sunshine and awesome conditions across the high desert. By this weekend, another front rolls into the region. That is going to bring a shift in the weather pattern, but look at this. Today, we've had abundant sunshine, and our cameras across Central Oregon show almost not a cloud in the sky. We do have a little bit of haze over parts of the high desert, but I've been periodically checking with those air quality condition sensors, and we're still in the green. Good air quality from both eSpace and the DEQ. Now, looking at a couple other cameras that we have, these are the ODOT cameras where you can see the sky. It shows sunshine and all over the surface. There are a bunch of shadows, and we just have been sitting in this gorgeous wave of conditions through the last couple of days. But we're going to take a different approach. We're going to look at some satellite imagery, and I put some pressure lines on this so you do see those isobars. You can really make out that ridge of high pressure that's building over the Pacific Ocean. But let's go ahead and dive in. We've had clear conditions through the high desert, looking up towards the gorge and the eastern side of Washington. There are several clouds. Some of these already have some showers. There's a little bit more in the northeastern corner, and this is all wraparound moisture that's associated with a low pressure over Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, and this is digging south. It's what's bringing us that cooler air mass for tomorrow. So the leading edge of the cooler air mass is where the cold front is, and there is a cold front that's rolling through the high desert tonight. Now we're looking at some sprinkles, but for the most part, winds are going to be breezy at times, and then we get cooler. Looking further out over the Pacific Ocean, we have another behind our ridge of high pressure further to the west from the Gulf of Alaska all the way through the Pacific Ocean. There's another cold front. That cold front holds off till Saturday before it gets here, and it's also going to bring some sprinkles, maybe even some light showers to the Tri-County area with stronger winds. Water vapor imagery shows a pocket of dry air that's coming over the Tri-County area right now, and water vapor imagery is similar to infrared satellite imagery. The same satellites have the different cameras on it, and it just focuses on where there's moisture in the atmosphere. Now, obviously, where there are showers further off to the east, there is some moisture, a lot of moisture there, but specifically focusing on what we're seeing through the Pacific Northwest. The pressure lines, those isobars, are pretty far apart, but they have been getting closer together the last couple of hours, and that means winds are getting breezy this evening. Now, even around where we have these clouds that we're tracking, there is a lot of dry air around those clouds, and so as it pushes in at first with some of those sprinkles, not all of it's going to be reaching the ground, but by the time those showers get here, we are looking at a little bit of moisture reaching the surface. So let's take one more look at satellite imagery. This is a blend of visible and infrared satellite. And on top of that is radar. And you can see where there are some showers from Goldendale all the way through Pendleton and getting into other parts of eastern Oregon. And this is the wave of moisture that's dipping into the Pacific, into the Tri-County area tonight. This is where we're looking at from some of those showers. So a few spots could get a little bit of flurry activity where we have some of those showers going through higher elevations, but for the most part, that's coming our way. It hasn't produced any lightning yet, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a big shift in the weather pattern. Just clouds between sunset and midnight with some showers possible, and winds are going to be breezy until then as well. And a quick look at just some other conditions. Highs in the last 24 hours, 60s and 70s. Now, some of those are holdovers. Some of those 70s are holdovers from what we had 24 hours ago. Right now, this evening, we're sitting in the 60s with 71 degrees in Warm Springs and 50s in our higher elevations. So that is signifies a decent drop in temperatures. We're running between 5 and 10 degrees cooler than we were 24 hours ago. Tomorrow, it gets even cooler. So forecast model number 1. This is focusing on the temperature trend. And so it shows surface temperatures and wind direction and speed. And through the day Thursday, it's going to get breezy. It's going to be sunny, but it's going to be breezy. And by the afternoon, highs in the 60s and 50s across the high desert. So another cool down is expected, putting us near average for this time of the year. And then by Friday, rebound time. Our temperatures pick back up into the mid to upper 60s with a few 70s. Then we turn our attention to that cold front that by this time will be out over the Pacific Ocean, and that's the one with the word sprinkles on it. As that pushes through the high desert on Saturday, we're looking at the potential for some light showers. In and out clouds are expected. Winds once again get breezy at times. So there it is. There is your pair of weak systems that'll be impacting the Pacific Northwest. By Easter Sunday, our temperatures are going to be, again, close to average for this time of the year. Still there by Monday, but a warming trend sets up next week under more sunshine that brings us further into the 60s. So when it comes to our forecast model that we typically use on air, this one highlights a couple of things. First, that ridge of high pressure out over the Pacific Ocean. Second, Saturday's front further out over the Pacific Ocean, coming from the Aleutian Islands down over the northern Pacific. Third, that low pressure off to our east and those showers that are coming down little by little from the gorge into the high desert. So here through tonight, some light showers, some sprinkles possible with in and out clouds until after midnight. That's when we get our clearing. That's when temperatures bottom out. And then we're looking at sunshine Thursday, sunshine Friday. Friday is when our warming trend, I say warming trend, but really it's one day of a bump in temperatures. And then by Saturday, that next front brings a chance of some precipitation, mostly just sprinkles. Some of us don't even get wet. And looking past that, we're going to shift gears to the GFS. This is the long-range forecast model that covers the entire globe, but it's produced by NOAA. And it shows that we are expecting some clearing after that Saturday's weak front, and then by Sunday, a mixture of sunshine and cloud cover for Easter. Winds are going to be a little breezy at times. It's going to be slightly cooler, but near average for this time of the year. And then going to through the rest of Monday, we have in and out clouds. Tuesday, we have in and out clouds, but by Wednesday and Thursday, we're actually shaping up to see our next system roll into the region. So between now and Friday 11 p.m., some showers tonight. By Saturday, a few more showers expected. Winds have been a little breezy here through the last couple of hours. Gusts right now are between 12 and 26 miles per hour. Actual wind speeds are 10 to 20 miles per hour, all of that coming out of the north. And it was just the last couple of hours, starting at around 2 p.m., that wind speeds began to pick up. And it's going to be breezy until this wave of moisture, this cold front, pushes through the high desert. So starting around midnight, tapering winds are expected. And then by Thursday, breezy afternoon. By Friday, a light breeze that could become breezy at times. So for tonight, you can expect temperatures to fall back into the 30s. Some light showers, a few sprinkles possible before midnight. After midnight, we get that clearing, and we're bottoming out in the 30s with some 20s. So many of us either near or below freezing. Keep that in mind. Pull those plants out inside if they are still out, or cover them up if you haven't planted in the ground. By Thursday, 50s and 60s, near average, but cooler than we had it today, and then we rebound Friday. Saturday brings that next cold front, in and out clouds. More PM sunshine is expected after these showers push through. And then by Easter Sunday, we have a little more sunshine, but that'll be cooler with highs near average for this time of the year. Then Monday, we still have some clouds. Temperatures start to rebound. We are well into the mid-60s, even upper 60s by this time next week. That's the latest in weather. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to get back to them. But for now, y'all have a good one.